Hello and welcome. It's nice to be able to talk to you today about a new offering from La Sportiva in the hiking range. And today I can talk to you about a new shoe called the Raptor II Mid GTX. So those of you familiar with the La Sportiva range will know the name Raptor from the mountain running side. Now, we have requests from the Raptor, can it be a hiking shoe as well? And what we've seen over the years is a kind of an evolution from what we see in mountain running, shoes becoming lighter and faster, and we actually see the same in hiking, where people want to move lighter and faster in the mountains. And the Raptor has been a shoe which has really been appreciated as a multi-sport shoe from running through to hiking itself. So the next logical step is to create a dedicated hiking product from the Raptor line. So compared to a traditional hiking boot, the Raptor II Mid GTX is very light, comfortable and flexible. It's a shoe you can use when using lighter loads and when you want to move faster in the mountains. So the Raptor shoe is one of our most stable running shoes, and so it was a logical platform to choose to create a dedicated hiking shoe. Two new really exciting developments with the Raptor II Mid GTX are that we are producing the shoe in two different widths. So we have a regular width and we have a wide fit. And those widths come in two of the color options, one for men and one for women. We also have an extended size range, and now the Raptor II Mid GTX goes up to size 49.5. So when we started creating this shoe, we had the request to really retain all of the great features of the Raptor, and you can see them all here present and correct. Starting here at the back of the shoe, we have a molded TPU piece, and this is a stability element for the heel, keeping it stable over rough and difficult terrain. Moving down the side of the shoe, we have our mud guard, and this is a feature which both helps with the stability and of course keeps out mud and dirt and debris. A third stability feature on the Raptor, which again we have here, is the TPU welded section. It's a skeleton which links the laces down to the midsole of the shoe. And this really keeps the midfoot locked in place and gives you a nice stable feel, even when you're hiking over varied and uneven ground. Down at the front of the shoe, we have the toe guard, again another iconic Raptor feature. So the mesh upper we have here is a very durable and abrasion resistant mesh, and also has a comfort layer on the inside. So now let's talk about the features which are different from the regular Raptor. And of course we have here the mid cut. It has a gaiter, and that stops debris coming into the shoe. We keep it really soft and flexible. It's protective. It provides some stability, but also is very comfortable. We have to be very careful down at the Achilles area of the foot. So here at the Achilles, there's a scalloped section around the back of the shoe. And that's a very soft, flexible, elastic material. And that's to avoid any abrasion on the Achilles tendon, which of course we know is a very sensitive area. So getting into the shoe, we have a pull tab here at the back, and the tongue allows enough movement to get easily inside the shoe. So the Raptor II Mid GTX is of course a Gore-Tex shoe. So we use the Gore-Tex membrane, we use the extended comfort membrane, and that still allows a good amount of flexibility for the most comfort out there on the hiking trails. So inside the shoe now, we have our Ortholite mountain hiking footbed liner, and that's a 5mm thick one. So now looking at the midsole and outsole of the shoe, we have injection molded EVA, which is our cushioning layer and gives a great amount of comfort. And looking at the bottom of the shoe, you can see here from the side as well as the bottom, you can see a stability element, which is a TPU shank, and that helps to stop that twisting or torsional movement which you get when you're walking over uneven and more tricky, difficult ground. The bottom of the shoe, the rubber compound we use here is our friction white. It's our most grippy, sticky rubber, so that's really perfect for walking over those slippery, smooth rocks which you find out there. We have an all-ground outsole. It features our impact brake system on the lugs, and the overall lug height is 4.5mm. Now let's look at some of the stats on the Raptor II Mid GTX. We start with the drop, where we have 12 millimeters. And we can also talk about the overall height of the midsole as well. So at the front, it's 16 millimeters, and moving to the back, it's 28 millimeters. So the difference between those two numbers gives you the drop of 12 millimeters. The leg height, as already mentioned, is 4.5 millimeters, and the weight of the shoe at a size 42 is 470 grams, and in size 38 is 395 grams. So the size ranges that we offer for the shoe: we start with the women's models, we go from 36 to 43, and on the men's side, we go from 38 all the way up to 49.5 with that extended range. So now let's have a look at the colors of the Raptor II Mid GTX. Starting here in my hand, I have the black-yellow version. Then we have black goji, we have maple black, and then we have Poseidon carbon, and finally black clay. And it's the black clay version for men that comes in the two different width options. So we have the wide option and the regular fit option. So moving on to the women's colors, we have the carbon red plum, we have black topaz, and we have carbon topaz. And carbon topaz is the color which comes in the two width options, both the regular and the wide option. So thanks very much for your time and attention. I really wish you great journeys and many happy times on the trails.